Hello and welcome to GBM Royal, I'm Cameron Walker. The Princess of Wales is following in the footsteps of the King and Diana, Princess of Wales, by becoming patron of T. Hafan Children's Hospice, marking her first visit to Wales since undergoing cancer treatment. For the first time since October 2023, the Princess travelled to the country to celebrate the work of Welsh organisations with community at their heart. Her Royal Highness is spending time with children receiving care at T. Hafan, as well as their families, before meeting parents whose children have sadly died. Kensington Palace has arranged for a donation of musical instruments to be provided to the Children's Hospice so they can provide more music therapy sessions, something the Princess did observe at T. Hafan's Hospice in Sully, which is near Cardiff, yesterday. The well-being of children and their families is thought to be very close to the Princess's heart. Her first patronage she took on as a member of the royal family was East Anglia's Children's Hospice. To this day, it's understood she maintains a close relationship with the hospice and is expected to build a similar relationship with T. Hafan and the families it supports. Irfon Rhys, Chief Executive of T. Hafan, said, "We are deeply honoured that Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales has become patron of T. Hafan, and it was an absolute pleasure to welcome Her Royal Highness to our hospice for the first time today. As our patron, Her Royal Highness will be an inspiration for children with life-shortening conditions and their families, our dedicated staff and volunteers, and everyone who so generously supports us. No parent ever imagines that their child's life will be short. Sadly, this is the reality facing thousands of families in Wales. We can't stop this happening, but together we can make sure that no one lives their child's short life alone." Now, T. Hafan, which translates from Welsh to Haven House, provides free care and support to children with life-shortening conditions and their families, both within the hospice and in homes and communities in Wales. Kensington Palace says the hospice offers a vital lifeline through the child's life, as well as end of life, including bereavement services for families left behind. The hospice also strives to provide holistic support, focusing on physical, emotional, social, and spiritual needs of children and their families. T. Hafan also helps forge connections between families to support each other through shared experiences. King Charles, as Prince of Wales, became patron of T. Hafan in 2001, taking over from Princess Diana, who was the hospice's first patron until her death in 1997. The Children's Hospice said Diana, Princess of Wales, was instrumental in fundraising for the build of the hospice. In 2022, T. Hafan received a substantial donation from Diana's former private secretary, Patrick Jefferson, after the BBC paid him an undisclosed sum in damages and apologised unreservedly after an investigation showed disgraced journalist Martin Bashir used fake bank statements suggesting Commander Jefferson was working against the princess. This was wholly untrue, and in a bid to persuade the princess to take part in the now infamous 1995 Panorama interview. Catherine, Princess of Wales, conducted 2 public engagements in South Wales yesterday as she continues her gradual return to public duties. She is focused on spotlighting the well-being of children and families and championing the Welsh textiles manufacturing industry. The Princess of Wales joining in a special music therapy session at T. Hafan Children's Hospice near Cardiff. She's arranged a donation of musical instruments so more children can benefit from sessions.
Have you played any of the instruments? Have you tried this?
T. Hafan supports the well-being of children with life-limiting conditions as well as their families. 4-year-old Maggie's brother, Felix, receives care from the hospice, and the princess painted her hand, part of the hospice's holistic approach to supporting families. Then it was Catherine's turn. Maggie enlisted her older sister, Lottie.
It's huge.
Next, she visited the garden to look at memorial stones, carved with the names of children who've passed away at T. Hafan. Their names have been specially converted into bird sounds using a kind of Morse code. The princess is following in the footsteps of the King and Princess Diana. She was T. Hafan's first patron, who, the charity says, was instrumental in fundraising for the build of our hospice. The princess also visited the Welsh knitwear and sock manufacturer Corgi in Carmarthenshire. The company makes socks for the King, and Carrie Jones, the daughter of the co-owner, gave the princess a gift.
We gave her a cashmere wrap for her mum for her birthday, and we gave her a cashmere zip-up jacket.
The princess made the unusual move to order her convoy to stop so she could speak to locals who'd gathered. Lily Rose was particularly taken with the princess, throwing her a toy banana. The Princess of Wales is continuing a gradual return to public duties and choosing Wales as her second solo engagement of the year, according to a royal source, signals the love she has for the nation and its people. Cameron Walker, GB News.
T Havan is a children's hospice here in Wales, the first hospice in Wales, and we're here to provide care and support for children with life-shortening conditions and their families. The best support we can provide to families is support that is tailored to them, that understands their needs and responds to those needs in the best way possible. Many of the children and families who are in contact with T Havan's care and support describe us as a lifeline to them at a time of unimaginable difficulty at many times. So we are there to be with them through life, through death and beyond. It means a huge amount for us to have Her Royal Highness as patron of T Havan. I think it'll be inspirational to many of our children and our families, but inspirational to our dedicated staff and volunteers and to the many people who so generously support us.
Make way for Oscar. Thanks, Oscar. Here we have Danny Ray, and this is her very first time coming to stay and play at the hospice, isn't it, Danny Ray? Do you like the guitar? Are you singing along? You know my Jenny? Do you like it? Yeah. And Danny Ray has come with her friend Nico, who's decided to have a little stay. So Nico regularly comes to stay and play. Nico's man.
At GB News, we believe in the power of free speech. We're not afraid to ask the tough questions, challenge the status quo, and give you a voice. While others silence dissent, we champion the truth. By becoming a GB News member, you're not just supporting free speech, you're defending it. Please consider supporting us today. Together, we'll hold the powerful to account and make sure that your voice is always heard. Simply go to gbnews.com/support and stand with us for what matters most.
Thank you for watching. This has been Cameron Walker. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest royal updates.